Hey, this is Super Saiyan Ryu, and today I'm here with my friend Seth the Programmer.
Yo.
We're going to be talking about a debate here that's been going on for a long time. It's been going on for decades, actually. And this
Yeah.
debate is Vegito versus Gogeta. Who is stronger, who's superior, and why? So, yeah, without further ado, we're going to get right into it. And we're going to start things off with the originals of the two of them, Dragon
So,
Ball Z Vegito and Fusion Reborn Gogeta. So, yeah,
Alright.
let's hear from Seth the Programmer first, actually, and see what he has to say about those two.
well, the thing about Fusion Reborn is that it's stronger than the actual normal verse, right? Like, because it scales differently. Like, an example, the Goku in Fusion Reborn is stronger than the Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Would you agree?
Yeah, I'd agree with that for sure, just due to the feats, that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, because like he shook like a portion of the afterlife and all that kind of stuff. Although you could argue the afterlife in that movie is different, but because it's kind of disc shaped instead of like bubble shaped like it's supposed to be. But whatever, he shook a part of it, right? And then Gogeta appears and it like lights up the afterlife. So it can be concluded that he's pretty damn powerful, at least multi galactic. And the thing about Vegito is that Vegito stopped a universal collapse from Super Buu just with his raw power. So that could also be implied to be multi-galactic. But I mean, if you're taking like the Gogeta from the actual Dragon Ball Z, like a hypothetical, then the multiplier for Gogeta is at least a few dozens of times as confirmed in the GT Perfect files, right? That he's like 60 through 96 times, and Vegito is at least stronger than Super Saiyan 3. So by the canon standards of like hypothetical Dragon Ball Z Gogeta versus Vegito, Vegito would stomp by over 4 times bare minimum. And that's ignoring the fact that there's a multiplier that's Goku times Vegeta and the super exciting guide. But when it comes to the movie versus the timeline, it's a little bit different. And I'm more interested to hear how you would go about that.
Yeah, so basically, like Seth was saying, if we're taking versions of Goku and Vegeta that are equal in power, then it's made very clear in the guides that Vegito's multiplier is much higher. And also, we know that even the Elder Kai himself stated that the Patara is superior to the fusion dance. So, I mean, we've got two sources right there that outright tell us that it's superior. So, if those two are, around the same power, for both of the fusions, then obviously Vegeto's going to win. Um,
Right.
Now, like he was saying, Fusion Reborn does have better feats because we have Super Saiyan 3 Goku shaking the afterlife, which since the
Mm-hmm.
afterlife is stated in the guides to be at least universal in size, that would mean he was
Right.
at least shaking multiple galaxy-sized areas. So I mean he's
Right.
probably multi-galaxy level just from that feat alone, and we know that Gogeta is supposed to be like was stated dozens of times of a multiplier, so he should be dozens of times multi-galaxy level. So yeah, he's really really tough in that movie, much tougher than he would have been in Dragon Ball Z. But
Exactly.
the thing is, he never showed any power to like destroy the actual space time of the other world or destroy the space time of the universe. But when
Yeah.
it came to Buhan, who was the one who was doing the universal collapse, we know he was literally warping space and time itself and causing the universe to collapse and be crushed by alternate dimensions. So, I mean, we have a feat that shook the 3D material of the universe versus a feat that was going to destroy not just the 3D material of it, but the entire space time continuum of the universe, and possibly could be even considered greater since it was bringing
Yeah.
in other dimensions to do it. So, the two feats, I mean, Buhan's is a lot more impressive just simply due to the fact that he was going beyond just simple 3D matter and even destroying the space time itself. And we
Right.
know that Vegito was capable, even in his base form, of easily matching or surpassing Buhan. And in Super Saiyan form, he just destroyed Buhan's attack like was
Even when
stated.
he was enraged.
Yeah, One Punch Man style, just one punch.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, by that logic, you can imply that Vegito could still beat Fusion Reborn Gogeta.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, I mean, he's probably in his base form more like a good fight for that.
Yeah, honestly. And then And this makes sense too because it's true that the movie characters are a lot stronger than the normal characters, but you're also forgetting that so is Vegito. Vegito is a fuck ton stronger than any other character in Dragon Ball Z. His multiplier is possibly billions of fold, like multi billions of fold, and it's insane to comprehend. I think even for you, it was like a few trillions, right?
Yeah, for sure. Because we
Like
know, like you
insane.
said earlier, his multiplier is supposed to be Goku multiplied by Vegeta in terms of what
Yep.
their power levels are. And I know we don't like to use power levels, but since it's an official multiplier, I mean, it's not really using the levels. The levels are simply the multiplier of the power itself, right?
Right.
So, I mean, we get to a really, really high multiplier for Vegito if we use those. And also, another interesting thing is they have actually, in the GT guides, compared Vegito to being possibly stronger than Super Saiyan 4. So, even the non canon version of Super Saiyan 4 Goku is still considered possibly weaker than Vegito.
Insane, and just his base form too, which is
Exactly.
insane. Yeah. So
So they literally have
honestly,
direct comparisons to the non-canon versus canon Vegito, and Vegito still is probably going to come out on top according to the writers themselves.
yeah, and this GT Super Saiyan 4 Goku is stronger than Fusion Reborn Gogeta, like without an argument. I mean, you have to think about it. I think the movies are actually canon to GT. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, they're implied to be since we see like Cooler and Bojack and stuff in one of the arcs.
Yeah, and then they know the fusion dance. They do the Dragon Fist. It's all Toei. It's all Toei shit. So if you imply that the movies are canon, then Vegito is stronger than Super Gogeta. He's even stronger than a Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So that's just the icing on the cake there. I mean, and then if you want to go GT versus Super,
Hmm.
give Vegito possibly another extra billions to quadrillions of extra times multiplier for his god state, right? and then and then just compare that to Goku. I mean, say Goku got a million times stronger Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, right? A Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is a million times stronger than Goku. Base God Vegito would still shit stomp.
Yeah, it's no
Like,
contest. Like, I mean,
yeah,
let's put it this way. Base Goku in Dragon Ball Super is stronger than Super Saiyan God Goku was when he fought Beerus, who is
by over 10
stronger
times.
by a large margin, yeah. And then we also know that base or yeah, base Goku is above Super Saiyan God, and then Super Saiyan God was well above a hypothetical Vegito from Battle of Gods era, which would be stronger than the one that we're talking about from Dragon Ball Z. And we've already
Yep.
established that the one from Dragon Ball Z is stronger than Super Saiyan 4 Goku from GT, according to the guides themselves.
Yeah, so it could honestly be implied that it's a greater than squaring Vegito's power.
Yeah, which is just
It's
insane to think, but it's just the truth. Honestly,
and then
it's like you could make an argument that Vegeta wouldn't even need to transform and he'd still stomp Gogeta, to be honest.
yeah, and then imagine Super Saiyan Blue, it's just like over 4,000 times stronger than that. and it's just a shit stomp, man. There's just no conceivable way to fucking argue it. And then you could imply that hey, they all got 10 times stronger after the Goku Black arc, so they're like 40,000 times greater. You know, it just keeps going on, and there's just no conceivable way that Gogeta could beat Vegito, and that's my stance on it.
Oh yeah, exactly. And I mean, if we get into feats, the best feat in GT is even if you accept that Omega Shenron being able to destroy the universe was
Yeah.
something that he could do in one shot, then that still wouldn't make him as powerful as Vegito from Dragon Ball Super, because even Super Saiyan God Goku could already do more than that. So, I mean,
Yeah.
again, we get into that. Like, if we say that base Goku is already above Omega Shenron, there's no way in hell Gogeta's scaling up even if we use feats.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's just a shit stomp.
Yeah,
Just
Vegito's
it's
gonna
just the
stomp.
fandom. Just the fandom.
Yeah.
You know.
So, yeah, I think basically the obvious conclusion is Dragon Ball Z Vegito is gonna beat Fusion Reborn Gogeta, and I mean, it doesn't matter if he uses Super Saiyan or not, to be honest. Even his base form is probably gonna win based on feats. and also
And
by the
scaling.
multipliers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when we get into things like Dragon Ball Super, it becomes even more of a range where Vegito just has the godly multipliers and things like that, and Super Saiyan Blue all stacked on top of it. And if we use feats, obviously, even Super Saiyan God is going to outclass, guys from GT. So, yeah,
Yeah,
either way,
exactly.
by feats, by scaling, by statements, all of it leads to Dragon Ball Super Vegito completely curb stomping Dragon Ball GT Gogeta by a large margin, probably without
Yeah.
even transforming again.
It's just crazy to think about, but yeah, it's true.
But yeah, that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys understand now that yes, the Potara is superior in power to the Fusion Dance, and also
Yep.
that Vegito from Z beats Fusion Reborn Gogeta, and Vegito from Super beats GT Gogeta. Yeah, pretty much that's the
Yep.
summary of it.
Thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Yes, 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 yes.